Hello, IK here. Welcome to the topic of this video is basket part 2. Basket part 2. Here we concentrate on this part of the basket. Here is every row in this table in basket component is one article. There is more fields, table article. But here we use only name of articles, article 7, article 6, and the price. It coming two fields, name and price, coming from table article. Quantity and total is fields only for basket in this situation. Complete basket, all about basket that row we save now this moment in RAM of our computers. We don't need a table and database. We have a synchronized process. We have directly action from our React application, direct action. Go would be dispatched to Redux. Don't need go out. But in the future, we will save this detail in it would be table orders detail. We will create table orders and table orders detail. It is new table what we must create it in the future. But why this moment it is in temporary, is in RAM of our computer, because we remove, add new article, quantity, rise quantity, down quantity, etc. We correct our basket, we form our basket, and when we decided, when we final decided, we will put on button buy, and about that button and that process after that we will see in the future. But now we know why contact for remove, clear all, quantity +1 changes, all that changes. Why contact a database and the user resources of communication when it is not final result? When users finished correcting your basket, finished buying process, put on button buy, that moment it will go in separate table details and separate table orders. What will go to orders you will see, what will go to details you will see. Okay, now let's get back to our push button add to basket. When we push button to add to basket, we call function handler of that event. Click on button, and in that function we have dispatch add to basket. Add to basket with the parameter article. Add to basket is action creator. Must create action because dispatch use for dispatch action. To whom? To Redux, store, reducer, action head, action type, and action payload. action payload in this situation would be all fields of action: name, price, descriptions, image 1, image 2, promotion in department, promotion in category. All fields is in payload, action payload, and that payload must be add to these two row existing. If, for example, we push on Article 5, Article 5 would be third article in that table. All article in table, what we look at now, create array, plurals, we call it articles. And that array receive new, when we add basket, we receiving one article, but can enter same article. For example, Article 7, I push again. Until now, Article 7, look at add to basket. And now you see quantity is 2, not before was 1. And it means that we must control action creator, add to basket, must decide what to do, must look at, does it same, does it article exist in this array articles? Does it exist? If exist, quantity plus 1. If not exist, it is a new record in this table. New record in this table. Because of that, add to basket action creator. Now we can understand, it is here, add to basket, reducer, state induction. State, what is a state? State, this is a reducer. A reducer is pure function in store, Redux store, with two input, state and action. State is original, actual state. It is input is state and action, but output is state, only state. And it means that state, what we look at here, is a copy of original state on output of reducer. Reducer have two input, copy of state and action. And there is one output, because of that called reducer. Two input, one output. One output is state, but that state, output state, is always have copy entering here like parameter of reducer function. It is always copy of actual. And that copy of actual state, that array, would be in action have payload. That payload is, here is interesting, a type of action means what to do with that payload, the push or something other. But state is copy, action for us is important payload. Payload is complete in this situation. It would be all fields, action payload, all fields of action. Okay, it means now state, this moment, state is, there is an array with two members. One member is Article 7, price, what we see, and second object is Article 6. This moment, state here state, we call that state basket articles in a store. Okay, can we see that? Here in a store. We called it basket reducer, coming from basket slice, and let's get back in basket. Basket is down. Basket.js, top, can go top. You see basket articles. It is variable what we declare here and connected with use selector to our state. What we see now in store, it is a basket reducer. It is a state and connected with the basket articles, state basket articles. State is one state of the old reducer, parent state, and in that parent state there is a lot of state. One of that is basket, etc. And properties is articles is properties of basket. What we see here means that basket articles would be changed, value would be changed immediately when changes in Redux in store. Because use selector is connection, our variable here, connect us directly with the state, basket state, in with basket reducer in store. Let's get back. It is a slice. It means state, this moment, there is a two article. Article 7, I think, and Article 6. And the action, what will coming when we push in button add to basket, in action is interesting for us payload. Payload is complete article with all his fields, what exist. It means name, price, description, image 1, image 2, promotion. Okay, payload, state and action payload. Because we now in add to basket, we know we push button add to basket. We know type of action is push a new members in array. Push new members in array. But here in reducer, in React, we mutate, not directly mutate, but we immutable mutate. It means state copy that two articles momentarily go in interaction with payload with a new article, what coming article. Copy with coming article. That copy create Eimer library in Redux toolkit. Eimer library, there is in background, it is not our job. And okay, let's see what happened. And now, at first, our action creator must see, does it exist in basket? Exist article what coming? For example, if coming article 5, of course, don't exist if coming article, if we push in same article. Okay, it is control is here, declare variable existing article. Again, see how naming, every name told us what is it, what that article is. This variable existing article will be article 7 or 6 if we push, if we add, if we click on button article 7 or article 6. And if don't exist, if we not click button of same article existing in basket, it would be add like new article in array articles, basket articles. Okay, now it means it is equal state articles find. We click on some article and we know now what is the ID of that article. And we must, this state articles, it is existing, actual state. Actual state now, it is 2 articles, 7 and 6. And in that array, every array there is a method find. We use method find to find does exist payload. You look at action payload. In action payload is always coming. Action payload, article ID. If somebody of article ID equal payload article ID, here it is arrow function article, it means from articles array, method find working that take members by members and control this condition. Take first member of articles, it is article 7, and execute this arrow function. Article from articles, article coming like parameter in this arrow function, and because it is parameter coming here in body of arrow function, and if satisfy this condition, find function stop find. First satisfy condition, stop process, and we have object. We have object, we have article, existing article. We have same article. Article what coming is same as existing. And now we said if existing article, if existing article, when you see this now, or ternary operator, now you see classical if, this means always in this parenthesis, in structure if else. It means statement. It means existing article exists. Existing article exists. And if it is true, we control with structure if. If this is true, this fact inside this parenthesis, does it true, that statement? If it is true, would be execute this statement. Expression, this expression, it means existing article quantity. Quantity, you look at now what is a very, very interesting. I said that this state is article 7, article 6, but you see that state that article 7, there is a name and price, but also there is a quantity and total, and members in this table of basket, there is no same field as coming payload. Coming payload, coming without quantity, coming with the name of article, description, price, image 1, image 2, but not quantity. And because of that, here is existing article. Take care. Here, there is no quantity. Here, there is a quantity, because this state is, look at, this state is this array, not this first row. Article 7 and Article 6, that members, there is price, name, price, and quantity, and total, and there is action, remove, etc. But there is a object, there is a name, Article 7, price, quantity, and total. It is state, but coming action, there is no quantity. And it would be added. How we now see? It means that existing article, these state articles, it is a basket. It is name, price, quantity, total. State articles. And in that array, find ID. ID is a unique value. What declare what unique value of every record, every members of array, unique key in a table, every record in table. And that unique value we look at. We don't see unique value in a basket, but it is exists in backend, but we didn't use it in a user interface to be visible to us. It is not important to be visible in user interface, but it is exist. It means that every members in array in basket, there is a article ID, but we don't see it. And if it is equal, payload article ID, action payload article ID, stop, don't find more, stop that, and it is always the result is one object. That one object is one article. It means coming article exists in table basket, but they are not same. Coming article, there is all fields. This in table also there is all fields, but it is not visible. In table is visible only name, price, quantity, and quantity don't exist in coming articles. And now, if existing, if it is true, would be execute first statement. It is expression. It means that existing article, there is a quantity, that article, there is a quantities in table, would be +1. Contrary, else, state articles push. This is direct plus concatenate coming action payload. And now there is something interesting. Here is a state articles actual. Visible is a name, price, quantity, total. But in background, it is visible for user interface. but in background, complete article is there in basket, but only visible we take who won't be visible. We want that something be visible, and we take it in basket. We will see where we take it. Who would be visible? Would be visible name, price, and quantity. How that quantity would be? Here it is. It means existing state articles push plus new action payload, and we must write add, because don't exist here quantity, we add quantity now 1. It means by default always new article coming in a table basket coming with 1, quantity 1. Here we created quantity, total is calculated value. Quantity is static value, but total, what we see here is total is calculated, and calculated value don't go to table, database table. Quantity go, price go, because when we want in any analytics, this is for us important, price and quantity. And in analytic, we call total. We can always multiply price and quantity, or any calculation make. Okay, in table go quantity. When we created the table, it would be table order details. But now also see, we don't add a total, because total is calculated. Total must have price and quantity, and don't have field in table, in future table, what we created. And now very interesting for me, it would be interesting, and I have a question, and I don't know, does it boring for you now that I repeat? For me it would be interesting, because I have question, and in every response I have a new question, and it is example how artificial intelligence is not a good explainer, is not good teacher. Oh, for example, I can see you, I can show in this my video begin more and more how I learn with artificial intelligence. How I learn. Okay. What is it? Is a spread operator. It means concretely copy action payload. I never see it until now. I know that we must copy original, and it means we must always until now, and in now we must copy this. It is existing state, actual state, and now we push, but that push we can write like it is a mutable directly, but it is not, because in the background there is a Eimer library in Redux toolkit, the newest version of Redux. Eimer library what will copy these state articles, and copy of that would be here. This is copy of original, and never until now I didn't see that action, we must copy action. Here is a copy of action. I never see it. Copy original, not action. Here is a copy of action. Again, we know that Eimer library will copy it and state is copy. And we can use push like on, we don't need code copy of this because it would be created by Eimer library. And we have not a copy here and push to copy. There is no spread here. But again, never copy action payload. We copy articles, what coming. And it is something unbelievable for me and very intriguing. And I show you how, and because it is always like that, how I explain myself thanks to artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence don't know explain to me. Because of that, I show you complete our communication here. And of course, copy article, coming articles, and give a quantity in this moment, a copy article, and article there is no quantity, give that quantity with would be 1. Default value entering with quantity is always 1. Here is a created name, price, and quantity. Name and price coming from here. And quantity is, we must code here. It is something what don't exist in payload, but exist in basket. Also, we can ask how from that payload, where is right coded that we need only name and price from payload? Because in this payload, we have a name, article, description, price, image 1, image 2, promotion in department, promotion in category. But we need only name and price. Where it is decided, I spoke before, but now we can see, because before I back in this principal question here, it is basket. In basket, you will see. Don't afraid of this. All this is coding artificial intelligence. It is for 1 second. And today, to be developers is something excellent, but basic knowledge, you must know. You must learn always in the same way. But now you have help artificial, but knowledge, and the knowledge, what we must have is I explain in application Tank 1. It is explaining about CRUD. CRUD is fundamental element, basic element for building any React Redux application, any complex we build with CRUD. And that CRUD is all knowledge. All after it is practice. And this e-commerce is a practice for me. And it's not first time. I have a lot of practice in e-commerce in PHP, MySQL. Here it is MySQL, my friend from all times. Today, absolutely actual. It is relation database theory, and PHP XP, there is no here, but instead of that is JavaScript XML. Okay, and go down. Look at, we created table, and now here basket articles map, method map of basket articles is all articles in table basket. Map parameter is arrow function, article by article, go in like article name, article price, and it is finished. Article price, article price, and the quantity is this construction of button minus plus, and must be connected with the remove article. About that later. It is quantity. You see plus, minus, and must be plus, and again all button go for plus. It is quantity, and and here is article price. Multiply article quantity, it is total, it's all, and button remove, and button total, and the field total amount, all other. But here it is decided what will be go in basket. Back to our very interesting communication, me and ChatGPT. It is a basket slice. Here it is. Never see that we must copy. It means that we have two copy. We have Eimer copy. Eimer library will copy original state, will copy, and to that state we will copy. We add copy action payload, not original, but copy action payload. I don't say now immediately solution, because we learn when we search for solution, not when it is served to us. But how to learn today? Until last month, I asked myself how to learn. You need only listen to me, look at with eyes in code, understand, and it is knowledge. You go ahead. No, you must type. You must type. It means, but how type? Not type that you row by row, from top to down. You type same. For example, like this. If you it means you comment this. But now it is very, very interesting. Now you type, look at in state dot article state dot articles push, and look at, and right, and we'll see on the end does control, does application work, And if you typed all correct, application work. It means you typed all correct. But if don't work, you will see what is error, find error, but it is not problem find error, it is tip failure, it would be tip failure. But why you must type? Because of slowing process of learning. Slowing, it means until you type, you practically looking in code. You understand. Somebody explain you. Here in my video, I explain you, and you understand. But you must type that you stay it. That you have practice. That you have practice, but without frustration. Without frustration. How you can type it, then you cannot remember all that syntax. It is impossible. And this typing is only for contact with your hand, typing hand, your musculature in hand, typing what your eyes see, typing I see, and in head explanation. I know, I understand what is it. You know story about that, and you type again. If you have a tip failure, you type again for you didn't be good, and it means stopping. It means practice. It means slowing time, and all your body there is a contact with that computer, and concretely you type. And when you does like it, understand, more times when you forget, you again listen or read that part of book or etc. But stay, not hurry. You cannot go ahead. And after that, learning, understanding, practice, you will see when are you ready, you can go use artificial for coding. And you can start from simple block, where you need only one CRUD. And prompt, how you prompt, practice prompt, how you prompt AI, how you prompt AI, it would be practice. It is impossible. Explain. Practice is impossible to learn, to teach. I cannot teach practice because practice is total. Every second is different. Now, in this moment, what I work, it is all practice. It is always different. It is not like night before or video before. It is always a lot of moments new, totally new. It is practice, and I always write books for beginning. And all books is for beginning because we cannot for beginner. We cannot learn somebody advanced. What is advanced? It is a man who who have money, who live of your job, 10, 20, 30. He learn every day. He's expert, and there is a billion and billion moment practice. And how it is how he can teach anybody. It is and because of that, is always spoke about practice. It is something separate learn, separate practice, and practice now we have practice prompt artificial intelligence. Prompt, and in a second we have all. E-commerce, I maybe 1 month I on this, I don't know, 1 month, 2 months. But after finish this, I a little forgot something, but I'm new in React. But that kind of e-commerce, I know in books some authors said about PHP e-commerce, said that they work, some of them work 1 years, but it is people who earn money. It means work 10 hours a day. And but now I can create from scratch. I am create very complex. It will be very complex e-commerce application. I can finish in 1 afternoon. In 1 afternoon. In some hours, and in practice, I can from scratch produce it. Because in this e-commerce, I didn't touch keyboard. I didn't put any character, any code here in this coding. Okay, let's go to our conversation. Why pay load copy? Why coming object we must copy? We always copy state, actual state, what waiting. And we don't touch original. We work with copy of that. But now copy coming. Let's get C. Let's get C. Here it is. Oh, it is very where is my question? It is a lot of repeating yourself, AI. Look at how it was very time consuming. Here is, we always copy actual state and the not coming action payload. It confused me. Here we copy action payload, instead articles. We add here we copy action payload. I forget to set Eimer library. I forget about Eimer library, but and didn't spoke it, but I know it. And you see how what is practice, how we must go back. Eimer library and that copy happened here. But we really question of me, we have, it will be, we have to copy. But okay. Here we copy action payload instead of articles. Not wrong, I'm wrong. Copy both sides. But I said only, I forget on Eimer library process, what is not visible. We add a new article to array articles, and actual state is actual array to whom arrived action payload. I see your point. It can indeed feel a bit counterintuitive because in most state management practices, especially in Redux, we often copy the existing state rather than incoming action payload. However, the logic here makes sense because we are dealing with single specific mutation, adding new article to existing array of articles. It is a nonsense, our big time consuming to speak. However, the logic here makes sense because we're dealing with a single specific mutation. But it is always, all the time, it is single adding to single payload, adding to array, existing array. Always, it is not specific. Here makes sense. However, the logic here makes sense because we're dealing with single specific. No, there is nothing specific here, you will see. But you see how it is not good teacher, adding new article. Adding new article, I have, we work adding new articles, never copy new article. All the time we add article in admin part of application. Let me break it down step by step, so it will be, you will heard it a million times if you every day. Let me break it down step by step so it's clear why this approach is used in this case. And now, what happened? Here is the key part of the code. State article. And now, one by one. State article is the existing array of articles. Okay, this is, and repeat, this is explanation. This is the current state that contains all the articles added so far. It means article 7 and article 6 in basket table. Action payload is the new article data. The payload represents the new article we want to add to the articles array. This might come from, say, dispatched. It coming from our on-click button, add to basket. For the article user clicked on. What are we doing? Instead of mutating action payload directly or adding it as is to the articles array, we create copy of the action payload with the spread operator here, action payload. Add new properties, quantity, okay. So add a new property. Or override existing one if quantity already exists. Okay. Push this new created object into the state articles array. That new object is name, price, article name, article price, and that quantity. Article name, article price coming in from action. It is a new created object. Push this new created object. Why don't we, there is no explanation where we coded name and price quantity. we code it here, but where we code it, that from all action payload, we take only name and price. Where we coded it? We don't. Why don't we copy the entire state articles array here? The answer lies in why the spread operator is used here and what part of the state is being updated. Used here and what part of the state is being up. Focus on the new article. State article array already represents the current state of the basket. The only thing we care about here is adding the new article to the array. Catastrophic. Repeating. But we always do that. We always adding new article to the array, existing array, and we always copy state articles and never copy adding, and never copy new article, adding to the array. Instead of the adding to the array, instead of the recreating the entire state articles array with a new reference, which is how Redux used to work with poor reducer, the push method is used directly here. Catastrophic. Catastrophic. I will not confuse you. You experiment, you ask, and you will see, does you understand artificial intelligence? You must know. And now it is an important moment. Action payload is incoming data. And repeat what I said and about that on wide and wide talking. It represent new article outside of state art. It is nonsense. A lot of same thing said in like many sentences, different sentences. We copy action payload into new object to avoid any unintended mutations to the payload. Who do understand? And but I understand little by little. Why don't we copy state article? Don't we copy? And directly here now spoke about Eimer. Look at why new state is not a copy of state. It said how it is possible before this last Redux version. Redux. You see here, copy. Now speak about copy of this and copy of this, and we now little by little coming that we have two copy originals actual state and copy coming payload. Why copying coming payload? And about that, a lot of absolutely nonsense talking. Looks like mutation, but it is not actual mutation. Eimer ensures immutability by creating new state, and this is here. It is copy. It would be copied by Eimer library, but we can write directly like before, like don't need copy, like we work with original. Don't in background state article would be copied. And now about it is immutable way in Redux, React Redux. Why copy action payload instead of just pushing? Again, Reimer, never. Summary. Why we copy action to ensure immutable? Why we copy action payload? To ensure immutability of the incoming. We never talked before about immutability of incoming, immutability of existing. What we mutate? We mutate array, basket array with the article 7, article 6, articles array. And we didn't mutate it. We immutable mutate it. And the immutable way means that we copy that articles, that array, and push to copy coming payload. Look at now. To ensure immutability of the incoming action payload. For first time I heard for it. To safely add or override properties, etc. Why we don't copy state articles? Why we don't copy? Because Eimer does it. Eimer does it. Excellent. How it works? A new object is created from an action payload with a spread operator and any. Oh, finished. Now, to safely add or override properties like quantity for the article being added. For safely add. We never safely add. We always actual state copy. It is because quantity. And now it is my discovery, my lighting in head. For my lighting in head help artificial intelligence. All that talking up, I thank you to artificial, to ChatGPT, because I didn't know it. It is new for me. Because quantity. We copy payload because quantity. We add quantity to action payload. And it means that action payload is original, which we have to copy. Yes or no only. Yes. Yes or no. If I didn't said yes or no, ChatGPT would repeat complete what's said before. And this yes for me enough. And now my explanation. Okay, now in basket, we use name of the article and price from action payload. Quantity is added for functionality of basket. Where is a coding that from action payload for basket we use only name and price, not images, promotion, description. Shortest possible short answer. There is no explicit coding, etc. But never mind. I go to basket and see where it is coding. It is here. I show them that it is here in basket. And but I ask here why here need index. Why here index? This is index plus. You see article name, you see article price, article quantity. And I ask why need index. We use index to display the row number. Index plus one for every article, but that row number we don't see in table, we didn't use, but we can use. But if we can delete it here if we don't need that. Okay, but it is some key, like unique identification of every row. And it is a finished job. But now back to what happened here, my explanation to you. Payload this is state articles. It is a copy by Eimer library. But this copy here, this whole situation about this in my practice in the future, in everyday practice, I will meet with that, with it, and I didn't show that it needs to be like here we conclude. What it is. Here, what is different than before? What helped me to understand quantity? I always, until now, in my practice, what you can see in that video, but it is very long video, and action payload coming alone, and always we push it alone. And the actual state would be copied by Eimer, but we push alone payload what is compatible in fields with the state, original actual state. Now, first time what I see that we change, we add here quantity, action payload, and is not alone, but we add quantity. And because of that, we need copy action payload, because that we have a copy here that we get original can use somewhere if we need somewhere, but original don't touch, because this original, this copy is now part of is not alone, is not alone. And if we want have any problems, we copy payload here and attach quantity. Payload, copy, quantity. And this is a practical mutation. We mutate from a payload, we mutate a new object with the two properties, payload and quantity. And together it is new object. And in that new object, we mutate. Practically here, we mutate payload. How? We push that action payload, we push quantity. And action payload, because of that, we copy, we use copy. That original would be untouched. And yes, it is immutably way of mutation. Immutably way of mutation. Changes, we changes a payload, because payload now have a name, price, description. Now have quantity, description, image 1, image 2, promotion by department, promotion category by category, and quantity. It is a new array. Payload is one array. Now it is a new array, and it is immutable way. Immutable way, because original payload now would be changed with a new field, new properties, quantity. And because of that, action payload would be copy, and article, state article would be copied by IMER library. And you see how I learn. Very, very interesting. But you cannot, you try, and in practice you will see when you can have a successful prompting with artificial intelligence. After what your learning, beginner, because after, when you start create your application, you are not a beginner, you are after beginner, you are practitioner, learners who practices. It is all your life would be like that. Okay. Important in learning is slowly and not hurry. Not hurry, slowly, absolutely slowly, because it is impossible to hurry. Impossible. But and if you know that is for all life, you cannot hurry. What means hurry? What means hurry? And deep learning, deep learning. Understand, type, again understand, type, again always type, because of slowing go through. And okay, finished, and again, from first leaf of the book, again, and again, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, when you sense, when you feel that you are ready, go to production, go produce your application, for produce blog, produce e-commerce, simple, a little complex, more complex, go ahead. And it is process. Of course, after learning that first box of learning, beginner, after that, you can go in market, in job market, because and you can practice, beginning with practice outside of a word beginner, outside of a box beginner. It is working, practice of working, and a company like people who learn and take them from that fundament, because of own culture and the kind of work in every company. And when young people coming in front of them, there is 40 years of work. It is different when coming 60 years old. There is, and you see the difference. What can be, what is the factors for employment or not employment? Of course, 60 years old need for something what a beginner can do after 10, 20 years of work. or never. And but beginners starting in front of them is 40 years, and the investment in that young man company would like take a finished man, but it depends. Does it man correspond with culture and kind of work in that country? It is a job market. What to say? For us, for you is important that learning part, how deep understand something, and practice after that, go in practice, go to work. Because there is no book after beginner level. It's all for this video. It will be basket part 2, and I didn't hope that we can so many talk about basket, but you see, it is my practice, and you practice with me, how I learning something new, always something new, and how it is only can come when we practice, when we give task to yourself. My task here is build e-commerce. And you see how artificial intelligence is a big improvement, productivity. It is, I can compare before and now. It is, you see, where I find that's Stack Overflow. I don't know, maybe it would be. But now, with artificial intelligence, absolutely we have something unbelievable, 2 years before, 2 years before. Unbelievable. That can help me. Even though it's very wide explanation, repeatedly, but step by step, every part of mass text of artificial intelligence give me new idea about, and my question, his response, my question, his response, I coming to conclusion that we have a two immutable way, that payload is not alone. Payload have a company. It is quantity. And because of that, payload must be copy. The original would be don't touch. If we need something else, cannot go to confusion. New article, payload community, with the payload original. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.